Welcome, people. Today is Monday, February 13th, 2012, in the undisputed year of Manning. It's weird because we're doing this show, and I'm sure that there are lots of things that took place over the weekend. I'm sure that there's a lot of stuff that happened, but nobody really knows anything about anything that happened except the death of Whitney Houston. Well, I mean, if you are living your life, I'm sure that there are things that happen in your life that are important. But I'm talking about from the perspective of news and the perspective of entertainment. Nobody is really talking about anything other than that, especially radio shows and television shows and news reports and the gossip columns and magazines. I will say this. MediaTakeout.com today, their lead story was about Cynthia from the Atlanta Housewives, her husband, was seen with two women that the people from MediaTakeout.com don't recognize. I don't know. I find that a little bit weird. Why? Because most people don't know who Cynthia is, much less her husband. Now, they are... Why am I hearing... Why do I hear myself echoing all over the place? Like, it's the craziest thing. I hear like a massive echo going on. It's almost like I sound like I'm broadcasting from some room that has... some sort of an echo issue. All right, forget it. I'll deal with it. I'll be a professional. Hopefully I'm coming through clearly on air. But Cynthia from the Atlanta Housewives, according to MediaTakeout.com, her husband has been seen with a couple of women that they don't recognize. And that was their lead story. I was shocked. Now, I guess maybe I shouldn't be, because the information came out about Whitney Houston on Saturday. And today being Monday, I guess they feel like they need to put up something fresh and current. But damn, that was wild. And I shouldn't complain, because I feel like we just get so into the lives of other celebrities, or the lives of celebrities in general, that we really, in many cases, discount our own lives and our own families. And I'm going to be doing the same thing, because I'll be dealing with Whitney Houston a lot today. In fact, we were supposed to have on an artist that was very close to Whitney today just to talk about Whitney, but she was so overcome and she was so distraught that she actually had to cancel with us at the last minute because she couldn't even come on and talk about it. So for somebody like her, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something else, and I maybe I should make it a rant. I swear this is completely not. It wasn't part of the plan. Let me see if I can find my rant music, because if so, maybe I'll just go ahead and play that, and then just go into this as a full-fledged rant, because I haven't truly ranted in a long time. All right, this is going to be an official rant.
It's time for Daryl's. So Daryl's rant. He's talking about stuff that really drives him freaking nuts. Yeah. So Daryl's rant. So grab a seat and listen up. Listen. It's time for Sir Daryl's rant of the day.
I don't even know whether or not I should call this the rant of the day, because it really hasn't. Rants haven't been coming out of me very much lately. But listen to me, and I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to move on, because I'm going to end up getting over to Whitney Houston just like everybody else. But allow me to say this for a second. I wonder how many people have neglected their own children while being obsessed with somebody else's child. That's just one example. Let's look at Beyonce, Jay-Z. They had a kid. They had a little girl. I'm certain that it was a girl. I'm certain that it was a girl. But see, that, I guess I'm a victim of going to the other extreme. I just couldn't care less about Beyonce's baby. I'm sure that baby will be well taken care of. That baby will be so well taken care of that it's not worth my time to worry about, because I have so many other things that I can be worrying about. And we get so into the lives of other people that if we ever put that same time and effort into the lives of our own children might grow up better and not go so astray. If we cared so much about our own families that we do about these celebrity families, who really don't necessarily care about you and your love for them at all. Your over-obsession with the lives of celebrities, actually, it becomes a turnoff for them. They could never, ever relate to you one-on-one, because you're too obsessed with their reality, and they create an illusion for you. And so people get all into and all obsessed about the lives of other people while at the same time they neglect the lives of their own families. How many people right now are wondering what poor Bobby Christina is going through, the daughter of Whitney Houston, and they care more about what she might be going through than what your own daughter is going through? How many people are doing that right now? And it sounds ridiculous when you say it out loud, but I can guarantee you millions of people are more concerned about Whitney Houston's daughter than they are about their own daughter. No, they don't know that they are. And they're not outright saying that they are, because the ones who will say this out loud, we would all look at them collectively and say, you're sick as hell. But if you look at their actions reflect that. How many people right now are wondering what Whitney Houston's mom must be going like? Because it's hell. Not that I've ever done it, but I can only fathom that it must be hell to bury your child. It must be an unimaginable pain. So how many people are so concerned with what Whitney Houston's mother must be going through right now, having to bury her child, but they're not doing anything in their own lives to correct the things that they're doing that could possibly cause their death and possibly cause their mother and their father to have to bury them? And if you truly want to consider what it's like for a mother to bury a child, you pay more attention to what you're doing so that your mother is never in that situation. And how many people right now are even thinking about that? I dare say none. Well, none might be too extreme of a statement, but I dare say very few. How many people out there right now are addicted to smoking? How many people out there right now are addicted to drugs? How many people right now are addicted to sex? How many people right now are addicted to alcohol? How many people are doing things that will inevitably lead you to bad health and risk a premature death, putting you in the same situation that Whitney Houston's mother is in right now? Do you care more about Whitney Houston and her mother than you do your own? And if not, why aren't you taking steps to make sure that the reality that you feel for in someone that you don't know isn't going to happen to you and your family and your mother whom you do know? How many people are not modifying their behavior in order to be here a little bit longer, to allow your kids the benefit of your wisdom and your life experience, and to allow yourselves the ability to watch your children grow? How many of you aren't modifying a damn thing in order to make sure that happens? But we get so caught up in the lives of people who don't care anything about us at all, and neglect the people that mean everything to us. And how many of us realize that? And how many of us are actually willing to modify our behavior in order to make sure that we're not doing that to other people? How many people are doing that? I suspect very few people are actually doing that. How many people are going out of their way to make sure that the ones that they love and who love them are never put into this situation, ever? Not many, but mostly all of those people who recognize that that's the truth, pain and mourn for somebody else that they don't know. This celebrity worship needs to end. And we need to look at other people as an example and realize that we're doing the same crap. Many of us are doing the same damn thing. But it appears that nobody cares because we're not in a spotlight. We're not in a position where millions of people are looking at our every move. We're not in a position where millions of people are analyzing the choices that we make. So we can hide it better than Whitney Houston could. We can hide it better than Michael Jackson could. We can hide it better than Amy Winehouse could. But when a mother buries her child, when a mother buries her child, that pain is no less for your mother than it is for Amy Winehouse's mother. If you're found in some bathtub having drowned, the concept of that isn't going to hurt any less for your children than it does for Bobby Christina. The difference is we give the people that we idolize, and I can't say enough, who do not idolize us, more respect than we give our own family members who are supposed to mean everything to us. I guess I'll be a hypocrite in a second because I will be talking about this Whitney Houston situation. But first, Corey, I'm sorry for having you hold for so long. Good morning.
Oh, that's okay. That was point well made. And I took the time yesterday. I'm not saying I'm not one of those people, but I did call all my friends and reminisce and tell them how important they have been in my life when I've gone through addiction problems, gone through whatever, and I called my mom and just told her how much I loved her and and my mom happens to be a singer, so, I could relate to this on so many different levels. But nobody really knows what goes on behind closed doors. We live our lives through these people, and we use them up. That's why they die so young. They're if it was their time, it was their time. But what you said is really important, that we should appreciate and look at our own lives and value those more than those of a great singer.
Yeah.
And but I do want to say that your friend Jennifer Hudson did an outstanding job at the Grammys last night. The whole Grammys was a wonderful tribute to a great singer, the part of Whitney I want to remember. And that just knowing her, I know that you will give her that warm and fuzzy feeling that it was felt all over that. And I mean it most sincerely. I may never meet Jennifer Hudson, but I feel as if through you and your friendship, that I have with you on your show, that somehow we are connected. So that's the other part I wanted to say.
Well, thank you, and I'll try to relay that to her. And I'll say this, I'm going to actually be dealing with the whole Jennifer Hudson thing a little bit later on today too, because it's funny to me how people are making this comparison to the performance that she did last night and Whitney Houston and trying to say it wasn't as good as Whitney Houston. Of course, it wasn't. That's just
no. Jennifer wasn't even trying.
There was no effort going on there at all.
She just basically let us in. Jennifer did what she does best, and she allowed us to see her vulnerability for a moment through the song.
Yeah.
And
that's not even what it was about. She wasn't going up there trying to compete with a legend that had just died. That would have been ridiculous, and the media reports would have gone in a whole different direction had she tried to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who does she think she is? That's what the newspapers would say. That would be the headlines. Who the hell does she think she is?
No, she was asked to do that, and I think that she did a humble tribute to the lady.
Absolutely. Thank you, Corey.
Let the show begin, let's go.
The Sir Darrell Radio Experience.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the most listened to radio program on the internet. It is the Sir Darrell Radio Experience, broadcasting live from an undisclosed location, someplace in North America. Thank you, Marcus Patrick, for being with us. I need to try to do a couple of things before we get to this token white guy. Alan, I think I'm going to try to give away this digital camera again.
I need a new digital camera.
Well, unfortunately, you didn't win. I don't know who won, because what we do here is for these random prizes, we just pull out a random person who's liked our Facebook page or who's following us on Twitter. And here are the rules. After you win, you have until midnight Eastern that night in order to claim your prize. This winner was pulled from our Facebook fan page, and I have not declared whether or not this is a male or a female yet, but this winner will have until between now and midnight in order to post on the Facebook fan page that they have won their prize and that they accepted, and at that point we will get this out to them. Today's random puller or winner is Stephanie Johnson. She is a woman who has liked our Facebook fan page. If Stephanie responds and posts on the Sir Daryl fan page by midnight, she will win this Vivitar 3-in-1 digital camera. It takes photos, it shoots video, and it also acts as a webcam. So, congratulations, Stephanie. If Stephanie does not respond, it goes back to the bin and then some other lucky winner. But before we move on, also sitting on my desk as I'm trying to clear things off, we have a 7-inch Android tablet. In fact, this might make the YouTube, so I'll hold this box up. 7-inch Android tablet. And it's a competition or contest that we have going on right now, Alan. When we reach 1,000 Twitter followers or 1,000 Facebook fan page likes, whichever one happens first, we will choose a random person from whichever one makes the 1,000 first and give away this. I want to give away this soon. I really want to get this off my desk because it came into the studio about 2 weeks ago. I haven't really talked about it much, but I'm now on a push to get this thing off my desk. Listeners, get this Android tablet off my desk and into your hands. And the only way to do that is to make sure that we are at 1,000 likes on the Sir Daryl Facebook fan page, which is facebook.com/Sir Daryl Radio, or 1,000 followers on Twitter, twitter.com/Sir Daryl. So there, Alan. What do you think about that, Alan? What's your initial thought? Are you jealous of these people that you can't win? Do you almost want to quit in order to be able to win?
What I'm thinking is, okay, how many bogus accounts am I going to create so I can get up to 1,000?
See, I really don't like that. I don't like your playing around like that with our people. We can't have that, Alan.
Why can't we have that? Why not? I mean, none of those other bogus accounts that I'm going to create work for you, so what does it matter?
Well, when I then contact that account in order to be able to get the information, you'll say, I'll be talking to you?
No. I'll make sure there's someone behind the account that you can talk to.
Now, is it going to be the same people behind all 700 accounts or whatever it is? Or,
Yes.